Hey guys, it's Wheeling the Simpsons and Atomic Puppet Lover 2003 here, or simply just say Wheeling the Simpsons and Atomic Puppet Fan 2003, which is my current username if you want to call me. But just a reminder, don't ever use my username without any credit. Don't actually call me by my real name, cause I don't really like it. And eventually, on Divine Art, a user apparently called me that name, and I seriously didn't like it. So, just a reminder for you guys: don't call me by my real name because it will just leak an information out of me. So don't do it, okay? Do not do it. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, so today's topic we're gonna talk about is one of the most atrocious episodes of season 1. But if you like the episode, you know the drill. If you don't know which episode is this is actually called The Mole. And it's one of the worst episodes I've ever seen. Do you want to know some reasons why I hate this episode in my opinion? Number 1, Mrs. Wicket ordered Mr. Bean to kill the mole. Wow, Mrs. Wicket is such a cruel landlady. If I even appear on the cartoon, I would call the police and get Mrs. Wicket arrested. Plus, you can't use a croquet hammer to kill a mole. That is considered illegal and you're just killing an animal. Number 2, she ordered Mr. Bean to kill the mole as well. Even though Mrs. Wicket dislikes the mole, she even tells Mr. Bean to kill it. What? What a jackass. She shouldn't be killing animals. And Mrs. Wicket is such a cruel, horrendous, and selfish landlady. I'll just say in my opinion, don't kill an animal. Don't kill a mole. Any animal which is from the wild. Not only that, she even threatened to let Mr. Bean kill the mole. But Mr. Bean never did. Instead, he decides to free the mole into the wild, which was a good thing. So Mr. Bean should be awarded with that, not Mrs. Wicket. Also for that, Mr. Bean apparently disguised Teddy as a female mole. But once the female mole apparently gets to the mole, eventually Scrapper decides to get rid of Teddy. Not realizing Scrapper also bit Teddy, and Mrs. Wicket bashes him on the head with a croquet mallet. What a cruel woman she is. She's so heartless. She's a heartless jerk already. And you know why I hate Mrs. Wicket? Because she always blames Mr. Bean for no reason at all. If we even saw her in a cartoon like that, I would jump into the TV and get her arrested. But please guys, if you have your own opinions, it's okay, just as long as you do not bash mine. And for those of you who just say that, oh, I just wanted to say, you can if you want, but just please, don't start any more drama. Because I had enough of drama already. And basically, I've been getting a lot of complaints to say that, oh, this girl's doing this. No. Please, no arguments, okay? This is not a riot. This is not a fish market. I want the comments to be respectful and just keep your comments to yourself. Like what I did say last year. We need to keep our comments to yourself. Like I really did the last time, you know? I know this is actually the kind of video that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, but trust me, okay? It's going to be good. So basically what happened is, of course, the mole is successfully caught by Mrs. Wicket, but Mr. Bean doesn't have the heart to do it. He then kills the mole and proceeds to bury the body. But Mr. Bean apparently safely keeps the mole into the jar to take it to the countryside so it could be safe. So what I'm just gonna say is that Mrs. Wicket should be ashamed of herself. Killing an innocent mole in her yard, this is not cool, and this is considered animal cruelty. Now let's move on. Number 4. She even told the mole to get out before, she just hits the mole with a croquet hammer. Like what I said before, she's such a greedy, selfish, and mean lady. You know? I used to watch that episode before, and I find this episode very, very cruel. Especially when Mrs. Wicket just kills an animal. You know what I even mean? That is cruel, and that's the worst thing a person would ever done. What a heartless person she is. And number 5, the one I hate the most is that when in the episode, Mrs. Wicket grabs the croquet hammer and orders Mr. Bean to kill it and bury it alive. You know, like bury it dead or alive. Wow, what a cruel woman she is. I mean, why would she just do a thing like that? She should know better than this is animal cruelty. She could have just accepted the fact that Mr. Bean could have released it in the wild. Mrs. Wicket should go to jail for animal cruelty. Now what I do think about this episode is this. Mrs. Wicket did a very, very cruel deed, especially when she ordered Mr. Bean as her slave to kill a poor little innocent animal invading her yard. Wow. I mean, what the F was she even thinking? She should know better than this. Killing innocent animals is against the law. Especially when you poach animals, you know, like what I mean, like that. Now it's apparently similar to a movie called Gang, The Adventure Begins. It's a movie, and it's made in Malaysia. So basically what Mutu, the son of Raju, said, it's illegal to poach animals in the wild. Like what Mrs. Wicket did, she should be really ashamed of herself, you know? But thank goodness, in the end, Mr. Bean apparently released the mole into the wild so he could be safe. You know what? I do despise this episode. Despite having like good thoughts, the only thought that I really like is that Mr. Bean releases the mole in the wild as a heroic deed. He didn't want to kill the mole because it would be considered as animal cruelty. So he apparently did the right thing. And that's the only episode I like. So I give this episode a 2 out of 10 because of Mrs. Wicket's cruel deed. And what I think, very bad. Very seriously bad. Okay. But if you like the episode, you know the drill. Again, don't have to repeat it. Absolutely not. Okay. So that's actually all for this atrocious episode that I've ever seen in my life. Of the Mr. Bean Season 1 episodes, The Mo. If you have any thoughts and questions, do let me know in the comment section. But anyways, peace out.